go to the repository as SalmonController project. That is public repository, open source. And inside of the backend part, we want to take a look. Actually, it's SalmonController part. In README, we provide the initial stuff, but we can now review what we have. So as a servlet, we chose Apache Tomcat. The version is not so strict, but it's better to install the least after version 8. For the servlet part, we need some jar files indeed. I'm going to show you briefly how to add them manually. So let's go to the IntelliJ. And now it's in the front end. I'm going to the backend part here. So as you can see, we can add libraries. So you can install the Tomcat and then add the library inside of the Tomcat folder. Also add the Spring libraries, which is already uploaded on a different repository on the SalmonController project. If you go here, we have Java libraries, and we have Tomcat Spring lib inside libspring. Here we have libraries that are needed to set up, initial setup. You can just download them and then add the folder here as lib1. And for the Tomcat, after you install it and make access to your Linux core or Windows core, you have to do chmod stuff on the terminal. I put the video on the README file how you can do it. And then here, so I put the Tomcat here as an icon. This is my Tomcat. I put it into a library. That library of my Mac. On the Windows, you should find the proper address that we've mentioned on the README file. And inside the lib, you can find the lib. What you should take care about that you add this PostgreSQL here, and also inside of the I think inside of the web.xml file here, there is the part that should be added because of the realm stuff for the login stuff. Just there is a tag that should be added here also. Then you will finish with the Tomcat setup. Just don't forget to have all these jar files on your Tomcat by default, and you add this one manually. And then you add the Tomcat folder as a Java library also here. After that, you should come here to configure your Tomcat. You will choose the Tomcat that you already have on your system. I prefer version 8 with less bugs. And then at the configuration, you can here you should mention the folder of your Tomcat in both of these, and just OK, and then apply. And make sure you can find the local host that your server gonna be run here, and then you can choose your default browser also here, and then apply and OK. Then you will have the Tomcat as well here. You can overcheck the libraries like this for the backend. But before if you want to develop more on the Salmon, add more feature on the backend, you can consider the file that should not add to the GitHub. Please don't. One more stuff that I want to show you that about the PostgreSQL. I did it through Homebrew on the Mac. On the Windows, we will have a different set of settings, but I just use this command to run my Postgres, and here I create a new database and just connect it to my uh, user. You have to connect it, not just to create a database. You have to connect it to the database, and after that, you can run properly the backend part, because the Hibernate layer needs that Postgres setup settings. Just close this session for running and debugging. I will put more stuff on the README, and you can contact with me if you have any question regarding to the setup settings. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your attention. See you for next videos.